Grand Rising. My iron impressed really lightly. Subaru. I should have kept this in the back. Peace and love to the block. Forgive me. I will answer comments a little later. They popped up. The phone is so far I can't really see it. But I just wanted to share some love on my channel. I'm on a serious break. Can't wait to do this baby stuff. So this is going this way, Deborah. Yeah. Grad. So where's this supposed to be saying? Grad. The test was worth. The test was worth the hand, so this should be congrats, grad. And I guess the test was worth the hand on the outside. Grand Rising, Kun. Yeah, this one's going left to right. Congrats. Test was for the hands, was for the hand up front. Okay, so this would be in the back. Going straight across. In this order. I did. That's 2023. Hanky Joint. Hanky Joint. I did the congrats. Is that what I'm saying? Or say congrats, like grad, Hanky Joint. I don't gotta do this one. Do this too. I gotta take the more. I got two more of these in there. I probably should look. I can tell. They don't hold at the bottom, so. I'm not remoting them. I feel like that we just came right there. Some boxes could go right. I'll take the damn remote skin. Yes. I'm swiping my red light over some white light. Oh, the Lele horror show is on, right? Yes. Thank you. Wilkie Collins.
Miss Hopkins.
Oh, Percival.
What a pleasant surprise. How are you? And how's your dear sister?
Oh, we are well enough, thank you. Doll is ready for your arrival. I confess, though, I didn't expect to meet you in the village.
Well.
Before I descended to what we were in Charles, I visited the farm
Okay,
at Tom's Corner, where Anne Catherine was staying.
Yes, indeed.
I was anxious to discover if they had any news of her, but sadly there's none. You've heard nothing, I suppose?
Nothing.
Oh dear. Poor creature, as I'm sure you're aware, needs proper care and protection. I hate to think what might have
I
happened to her.
think we
Strange, isn't it? During the work of the war, my recollection of Sir Percival was distinctly less than favourable, not least on account of the distress that he caused my sister. But his concern about Anne Catherine was usually in a different light. I decided that I would test his character to determine. Look out, baby, you would be very forward, I'm sure. I have a question to ask you. With regard to the time when you and Laura returned from Italy, yes,
If you are right, just here, how
oh, I was intending only to ask what you thought.
Miss Houghton, dear Miss Houghton, it is the very notion which I was anxious to put to you. If you were found that would be Laura's companion, you would be conferring on her and me a lasting favor.
are really cute.
Yes,
And girl now, the letters.
what could I almost call?
Do that for my
A present from
the confetti balloons.
a very precious stone upon the ring, I'm afraid. Just a strand of his hair. He wanted you to have the gift today, he said, so as to avoid increasing excitement until tomorrow.
So this is one of this one.
And he insists there must be loose hues during the course of the day.
Veronica, this one, so I need to go.
There will be tears nonetheless. Well, Marion, I lost the night at Limerick House. This past week, I seem to have put myself into a dream for fear of waking up and discovering the truth. Just think how different it would have been. It was not Sir Percival I was about to marry, but someone else. Oh, my dearest, forgive me. There she lay, in her pretty little white bed. The same bed she had slept in since she was a girl. And on the table by her bedside, a prayer book, a miniature portrait of her father, and a brooch of mine which I had given her that afternoon as a keepsake. I stood by the bed, between her half-closed eyelids, glistening.
Oh, I think it's way more original here than I thought it was. I checked that. Just in case.
Blackwood Park. 5 months or more. 5 long, lonely months since Laura died of suicide. But she and her husband are due to arrive tomorrow. Aunt Eleanor and her husband, Count Fosco, will be with them. They're staying for the summer. I journeyed here yesterday and have been made very welcome by the housekeeper, Mrs. Mitchelson, a clergyman's widow. Blackwater Park.
Let me make sure I spell everything right where we pick this mess up, but I look at it and I go to work.
Unusual seat. Very different
I
from
know I
mine.
did do it right.
It has been quiet here, and I have but one incident to report. Mrs. Mitchelson? Mrs. Mitchelson? Why, Miss Halcombe? Whatever is the matter? I found this dog while I was walking by the lake. It was in the boathouse. It's been shot, I think. Dear. Realize that, please. Rex's just here herself. I suppose it was Baxter who shot it. Who's Baxter? The gamekeeper. He must have strayed off the path. Belongs to Mrs. Catholic. Mrs. Catholic? Well, Maybe the room does covers, but I don't think they'll do much good. This Mrs. Casseray, you know her, do you? Well, I know of an Anne Casseray.
I got this.
It was because of her.
Boom blowers.
I
They're doing the phone.
She said that the daughter had disappeared.
So I'm not gonna die.
He's asking for news about her. It seems that someone has seen a young woman.
I am not going up
a
on
stranger. And she wondered
It's
whether or not
automatic
she
too.
had- Because Mrs. Casseray
It's drawing his name.
No, she's a 5 and 20.
I have balloons everywhere.
I'm acquainted with
I
her
think I had
somewhat.
like 80
I never saw her before
something
yesterday
balloons.
morning. Though I've heard of her, of course, on account of Sir Percival's kindness in helping with Anne's medical care. Yes, of course. But strangely enough, when I told her that Sir Percival was returning soon from abroad, she said that there
I
was
can't
no
wait to see her
indication
game.
she could be
I know it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna be crying.
Yes, it
I
was.
already been crying.
Did she speak at all about her?
My cousin said something about
She
nesting.
talked chiefly of Sir Percival and what sort of lady his
I'm
wife
done
was.
nesting with the baby like a bird, I guess. That's how I take it.
Vexed.
Oh wow. I was like, really?
I told you the dog wouldn't live. Oh, poor thing.
I don't know. I don't have no mom. My mom died when she was young. So I don't really know how nothing goes. I just want to know what it is. I don't think she really ever had children. So I didn't.
At last, at last.
I couldn't really ask her too much stuff about life and stuff like that.
Hurry, Mrs. Richardson. Oh, dear, what excitement.
I know this is not going to be.
And you, Sir Percival, welcome back home, sir. Oh, my
This part over with, so I need to cook.
Madam Foster. It's been a long time. Yes, indeed.
I need to cook and go get the cake. That's all I want to do. I want to cook the cake and rest. Cook the cake and rest. I need to check where her test results. I added that. I'm getting an extension, but she's graduating. Because her test results ain't gonna be back for 2 weeks. So she will be officially graduated when I send that last email. Results come in, but she's my baby graduated. I already talked to her. And the man has her completion letter drawn up. He already know what my baby is. My baby is.
And I was ensuring that they are safely in their cages.
That cages?
They brought with me a Coca-Cola transcendent birds of unrivaled
Test results available. My baby is graduated today.
ineffable.
So that means I need to do her.
Shall we go
Oh
in?
my God, I need to do her. When did they come in? 2 hours ago. Cool. So I need to do her transcript. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Do her transcript. So she's technically, I'm gonna send an email on her birthday. She's gonna graduate on her birthday. So she'll let me get her graduation day. Wow, thank you God. Thank you ancestors. I know y'all did that. It ain't talking about 2 weeks. It ain't even take 3 days. Hey. Thank y'all ancestors. I know they did this. Cause it's supposed to take 2 weeks. It's like my DNA test. When it's taking work, so they can't work right.
Sir Percival was asking Mrs. Mitchelson if a gentleman had called recently.
Let me see.
Yes, I heard him too. He was very agitated, was he not?
Oh,
Mrs.
you don't play
Mitchelson couldn't give him the man's name or say what his business was.
I know they're like post college.
But there is something worrying Sir Percival at present.
Oh my God, the baby is really graduating on her birthday on Father's Day.
I have so many questions to ask you.
I can't wait to tell what she
About
wants.
Italy, I mean, and all the people in that. And your new
I didn't even need an extension. Oh yeah, I did need an extension because it was supposed to be. Well, I could have did it tomorrow. I gotta get the cake, so I don't want to do it. So I'm still glad I got the extension, but she definitely gonna graduate on Sunday. That's when I'm gonna send the email.
Accept my married life for what it is.
That's her graduation day, her
Says
birthday.
little about it as possible.
Ain't that beautiful? Thank you.
I'm afraid this isn't quite like her.
Wow.
That's true. It is
Yeah.
so good to have you with me again. To see you surrounded by your possessions. The dearest
Yes,
trouble of
yes,
good case.
yes.
The horrid
Test
hidden
results
lines of power.
history. Oh my God, Gina got her test results.
Tell me, Marion, have you been sending lots of letters to people and getting letters in return? In particular, I wonder, Laura, my dear, just tell me if he's happy and well, and has recovered himself and forgotten me, and is getting on in his
Post high
progression.
school.
Laura, you ought not to ask me such questions. You
Post
promised.
high schools.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Above
There has
average.
been no reason to
Golly.
exchange letters.
Below
Or
average
indeed any
capitalization.
not right at all. But I pray for him.
Above average thinking skills, yeah. Yeah, baby.
She has changed.
Oh, good.
She's less beautiful. The freshness and
Okay, I have
softness in her
this.
face, the tenderness, the charm, that's gone. She has changed in that respect. And yet, well, one might have expected her to change, because she is a married woman. There, she is the same. She speaks of her husband as little as she can, and then it is invariably Sir Percival, not Percival only. There is no sign of any sympathy towards him, or indeed from him to her.
Post high school,
Nothing she says
PHS
convinces me
is
that she is reconciled to marriage.
post
In her
high
heart,
school.
she is
Exactly.
very
That's what
still,
she's supposed to be in.
not Lady Guide.
Perfect. She's definitely graduating.
Good morning, Miss Halcombe. And to you, Paris.
I'm so proud of my baby.
Yes.
I was there too, just now. It is the lake assume which gives the house its name. So the water is not quite black. Figaro qua, Figaro blanc. The first one has some fine beasts here. Figaro so, Figaro go. And this is a splendid looking creature too.
Splendid, yes, and very fierce. He's wise and had himself changed.
Excuse me, Miss Halcombe, excuse me, sir. I'm looking for Sir Percival, and I was told he intended going riding.
I have not seen him.
No,
If you should see him, Mr. Merriman has arrived from London.
Does he not?
He wishes to speak to Sir Percival as soon as possible.
My baby is so certain. She graduated on the
I wouldn't
18th.
go anywhere near it, sir, if I were you.
Nonsense, of course you would. If you were me, Mrs. Nicholson, you
This
would
should
have
be a
never
T.
at all. But of course the reason he likes teeth is precisely because they are afraid. Big dogs are bullies. Big dogs are craven creatures. All I need do is approach the idea, place my hand upon his head, and look him straight in the eye.
Peace and love to Dino at the Late Late Homer Show. That's what I'm listening to right now because
Power, bully, you kill a cat, you kill Mrs. Nicholson here.
I adore them.
Oh. Wicked, white,
Some amazing people.
loin jaws. Talking of which, you have besmirched my nice, clean, pretty waistcoat. Get back to your kennel.
So that was a T. Congrats. Hey.
tell me if you who is this Mr. Merriman who has come all the way from London?
Mr. Merriman is Percival's solicitor.
It is clear he was not sent for. Else the Percival would have been ready to receive him.
Yes, Miss Halcombe, you were right, I'm sure. And yes, Miss Halcombe, when you come all the way from town, you must be bearing some very
My baby test results came in. Oh my God, she's gonna be so excited. I know she was like, like, it was like 2 minutes for them to come in. Shit, well, listen, I had to talk about us. Listen, I get that baby up stuff.
This Mr. Merriman who arrived earlier today, Sir Percival's solicitor. Yes. Just now, as I was walking from my
So,
room, he and Sir
Friday,
Percival
I'm
coming
gonna
out of the
get
library, and the
back.
solicitor was talking about a sum of money.
We're going to
A loan which
transfer.
was overdue, and which
All
could
they
be
say
paid
there
if
can
you were
cook.
to sign a document. Laura, your husband, I fear, is experiencing
They're
some
running for
financial
sale out
embarrassment.
on Sunday morning.
He's been removed and it depends on me.
I cook in that
You're
much.
very calm about all this.
Well, what you tell me I had suspected. The day I arrived and we went to the board, do you remember Sir Percival asked Mrs. Nicholson about a gentleman who had called at the house?
Right.
Is that gentleman you think who lent Sir Percival money?
Yes, I fear so. But now he's demanding repayment.
Promise me, Laura, you will not sign any document without studying it with care.
I promise.
I imagine our friend the Count is more than a little aware of Sir Percival's current situation. He knew who Mr. Merriman was, and I wouldn't be surprised if he knew the reason for Mr. Merriman's visit.
But Marion, Louise
So
asked
now
me
to the block, we to left and that block.
I was not taking
I'm gonna sleep for a whole month.
I don't like the
Psycho.
man, and I don't trust him. I can't say why. What about you, dearest sister? Do you like Count Foster?
Well, he interests me.
Yeah.
He's an extremely indolent man, I think. And yet he seems to have a deep knowledge of all sorts of things. Also, it is some time, I gather, since he was in his mother country.
Yes.
And yet he was asking Sir Percival with a strange degree of earnestness if he was aware of any Italians in the neighbourhood.
Child.
And this morning, Laura, when I came down to breakfast, I noticed a letter from him which bore a large official seal, so he is not, it would seem, a political exile, but is perhaps engaged in fashion business of some sort.
I asked you, Marion, if you liked him.
I half liked him, and only half willingly at that. It flattered my vanity, I must be plain to you. It is plain enough.
Peace and love to the Late Late Horror
I
Show.
think Aunt Eleanor thinks you like the
I listen to them every night, or I try to once I fall asleep.
Yes, perhaps.
I haven't been in the chat tonight. I want to go in there.
Count Fosco may be
Stay
seen
good night.
in company, but behind his door, I'm certain
But I do want to get
he
this
was
done.
involved. I don't entirely like him as a friend, but I'd be very sorry to have him as my enemy.
Okay.
Well, Miss Halpin,
I believe it's all up. But I will fight on.
here you are.
The Tesla was birthday is too, and we got 2 Teslas because I get
Here's what you're saying, Miss Halpin.
one on my baby.
There, you see, Sir Percival, thoroughly humiliated. The Count politely allowed me to win them 2 games, and then when he saw that I had found him out, he checkmated me before the 3rd game had had time to begin.
I wonder, Fosco, whether you could see out your wife and come with her to the library. I sent for Laura to
That's
and for
That's
other
my
people,
sister.
I will have to decline the invitation.
What's up, sis? What you doing there?
And it is 3 minutes to.
What you doing up, girl?
As it transpired, we all went to the lake. Sir Percival readily conceded that his mere business formality could wait until the afternoon, and our party, which also included Count Fosco's white mice, conveyed in a little pagoda of gaily painted wire, was soon encamped in a boathouse at the lake's northern end.
Do you think that I read
You have to
this?
admit, this is a very gloomy.
Go placidly, I made the noise in haste. And remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons, speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, and to the dull and the ignorant.
As we sat,
They too
Laura
have their
liked her
story.
sewing, and
The
Madame
boy loud and
Fosco was
aggressive
about to
persons,
run
they
past
are
Sinclair's,
vexations to
rolling
the
cigarettes
spirit.
with
If
her
you
husband.
compare yourself with
The
others,
Count, meanwhile,
you may
refused my
become
cigarette
vain or
cage.
bitter, you will always going to be greater and
And
lesser
watched them as
persons
they
than
scampered over the
yourself.
undulations of
Enjoy
the
your
vast
achievements
Myself,
as well
I'm
as
sorry
your
to say
pain.
they'd snipped with
Keep
anything as horrible
interested
as a
in your
rival.
own career.
And I'm sorry too
However,
that I'm being asked to think
it
of
is a
wise murders
real
and foolish
possession
murders.
in the
A
changing
truly wise
fortune
man
of
surely
time.
would be a truly
Exercise
virtuous man.
caution
Would
in
therefore
your
have a horror
business
of crime.
affairs, for the world is full of trivia. Oh my God, this isn't going to be the speech.
For a song. Perhaps you're embroidering those very words at this very moment. You said pretty mouse is. A truly wise mouse is a truly virtuous mouse. Remember that, please, and never gnaw at the bars of your cage again.
It is easy to ridicule, but you will not find it quite so easy to give me an instance of a wise man who is also a great criminal.
Too true, Lady Glyde. For the wise man who is a criminal is the wise man who is never found out. What is your view about all this, my angel?
What is my view? Oh, I am not so importunate a woman as to offer an opinion on such a
This is going to be her
Not
speech.
the least until I received guidance in full from you, my dear, or from Sir Percival.
It all depends, I suppose, on what one means by virtue. I regard myself
Yeah,
as
this
a
is not
citizen
very
of the world,
sweet.
and I tell you, I've met with so many different sorts of virtue that I'm puzzled to say which is the right sort and which is not. One thing is clear enough. There can be no virtue in
That's right.
Well, in my view,
Okay, so I want to get all the banners.
virtue doesn't.
One more.
But you see,
That
I
was
say
really
out
good.
loud.
So I'm trying to figure out what is that? Oh, you know what?
Conversation
I
flies.
think I will be able to
Now
hang
Flora
one
and I
thing, but
recoiled from the count's
I still have those little adhesive drawers. I just don't got no adhesive, but they do.
Soon we were all preparing to leave and go back to the house. Count Fosco began collecting up his mice.
This is a lot of ribbon.
In the name of heaven, where is the fifth, the youngest, the whitest, the most amiable
And
of
what
mice?
is
Benjamin of mice.
The mountain began to search for the mouse.
I don't really want to use that on this door.
He found something else as well.
What's his name, Bobo? It was my grandmother's baby. Oh,
There.
I can see it.
Blood? It's all right, Flora. I know what happened. The day you arrived, I found a dog lying here. It had been shot.
Whose dog was it? It wasn't one of mine.
No surprise, but it wasn't one of yours.
So whose was it?
Well, Mrs. Mitchelson said that it belonged to Mrs. Catherine.
Mrs. Catherine.
The previous day, apparently, she brought the dog with her. She came to the house and spoke to Mrs. Mitchelson.
What? Oh, what about the devil did she want? Who else saw her? My dear Percival, gently, please. Who else saw Mrs. Catherine?
No one, so far as I know.
Perhaps.
you said my mama named Catherine.
Mrs. Mitchell.
Mommy, I know mommy is so damn proud. You see the text? Did you give me them texts back, mommy? Above average.
Let me return Benjamin to his cage.
Social science.
And then, if you would be so kind,
Political
you will
science,
my
of
state
course.
ignorance.
Above
The
average
Percival, you
man.
know, has told us nothing about this Mrs. Catherine.
Reading comprehension. Of course, thinking skills above average. I know the hell she is above average for thinking
And
skills.
why is my friend so agitated by news of her visit?
I would have liked to have told them very little. I did not wish to alarm Laura, that I was reluctant to act as an informant to the Count. But the latter was full of eager curiosity, and Laura was prompting me too. So I said what I knew. That Mrs. Catherick's daughter Anne was mentally disturbed, and that Sir Percival, for whom Mrs. Catherick had rendered service in the past, had arranged to have the daughter confined in a private asylum, for which reason Sir Percival was hated by Anne. And I told them what Walter Hartwright had told me about his meeting with Anne after her escape from the asylum. Sir,
God almighty. Who's that?
please.
I turned, and there in the middle of the broad room stood the figure of a solitary woman, dressed from head to foot in white.
I've done nothing wrong, sir. I've met with an accident, that's all.
Y'all look like my dad when I'm like upset.
I told them of how Mr. Hartwright had met Anne Catherine again when he was at Limerick, and of how she
They went through too much.
possible from marrying Laura.
And that breaks my heart. I don't even want to think about him.
He observed the Count's rapt attention.
I don't even want to think about what I saw that man go through.
Count Fosco was a close friend of Sir Percival and seemed knowledgeable enough about
Like,
Sir
I don't
Percival's
even want to think
affairs
about what I
generally.
went through. That's just terrible.
Why, therefore, should he have been kept ignorant of the story of Anne Catherine?
Ah, Miss Catherine.
Okay, so what's up with this one? This one goes across the side-by-side school, right?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
You did it. You did it. You did it. These are
About to
beautiful.
commence, and I had been summoned to the
So
library.
I'm getting everything kind of like prepped.
Uncertain.
So we'll just have it. Have it.
Almost as
Have
apprehensive
it.
himself,
And she don't got to
stood
do
behind
nothing.
her.
I got orders.
Count Fosco was at the other end of the room,
Like, Mom,
He
you
was
didn't
smoking
give
a
me that.
cigarette
Feels like
and picking off the dead leaves from a vase of flowers.
that's a rug. Let me hang my rug up. I'm washing my rugs for her. Thank God I got me a washer.
I'm a wily, wary character. I prefer that the two actors be independent of each other. As it happens, there is no reason for your objection. The law is... Yes, Percival, I'm sure. But apart from law, Raymond, there is the conscience of Fosco. Well, your conscience is appeased. I'm obliged to leave you all for the rest of the day. It's a matter which can't be put off, I'm afraid. We'll have to be back in good time tomorrow. Now, this is the document. No, keep it
You
folded.
said I'll watch the other one tomorrow.
Inside here, Laura.
When I get up, when I get
Fosco,
done.
witnessing a sick
Then again.
down there gazing out of the window.
That ain't no
Sign
white.
the order.
What am I signing?
My dear, it's a purely formal document full of legal technicalities and so on. I haven't time to explain it now.
I
But
my
surely
really
before my sister arrives at her name, she should know what the document
everything
says.
she here.
Miss Falcon, it's nothing she needs to be concerned with, and even if I told her, she wouldn't understand it.
He was trying to understand it.
Shoot.
Whenever Mr. Gilmore had some business matter for me to deal with, he always explained it first, and I always understood.
Well, perhaps, but he's a solicitor and he's obliged to explain. I am your husband and I'm not obliged.
In that case, may I not at least unfold the document so I can see what is written there?
You distrust me.
So,
Go on, speak out. Say it in front of these witnesses here. You
we gotta
distrust
do
your
this.
personal control your temper. Lady Clyde is right.
There's only one you did it.
Yes, Sir Percival, she is. And I shall not witness her signature unless she has first understood what it is that she is signing.
Oh, really? Well, next time you invite yourself to a man's house, Miss Falcon, you might consider your conduct. Taking the wife's side in a matter which doesn't concern you. It's a poor way of repaying hospitality.
How dare you?
Sign the document,
You
please.
did it.
I demand that you sign it. Sign the document. Oh, not so personal.
I will sign it with
Congrats.
pleasure, if only you would treat me as a responsible being and allow me to know what the document is about. Count Fosco says I am right. Why do you treat his scruples so much more indulgently than mine?
Scruples. It's rather late in the day for scruples. I thought you'd got over any weakness of that sort when you made a virtue of necessity and agreed to be married.
What is I'm gonna do with that stuff there? I don't know what they put that in there for. They could have kept
I'm
it.
not signing it until you
My
let
baby
me
touched me so since then. It took about 2 weeks. Child. They gave that baby her
Just
stuff.
one moment, I implore you. Is it absolutely necessary, Percival, that this document be signed today? It is necessary to my plans and wishes. But it is possible for the signature to be put off till tomorrow.
Oh, it's so weird.
It can be, I suppose. If it must, then put it off. Very well, then. Until
I
tomorrow.
made some ribs. I don't know if I got some jerk. I'll make some jerk.
I'm almost ashamed of
Ugh.
you after the way he treated you.
Biscotti.
My pride is a little hurt, no more. It is nothing compared with what you have to endure.
What am I to do? Perhaps I should sign the document so that he has no excuse to speak so vilely to you.
Oh, and
You
yes.
should not. For that reason, least of all.
Well, he has left us for a little while.
Yes, gone to Wilmington, perhaps, to interrogate Mrs. Catherine about her daughter.
Perhaps. But wherever he is, we have some respite.
Yes, and I
Oh,
will.
Marion, if only there was a friend to help us.
I want to
Truly, a
mention
friend.
Yes.
your grandma.
The current
Your
was
name.
on our side just now.
For his own purposes, no doubt.
I am going to make
Though he can't be trusted,
a
perhaps his
program
influence will ensure that Sir Percival is not
tomorrow.
spared of his conduct.
I
But I'm
think
not
we
thrown
can
out of his home for my insolent behaviour.
Marion, don't speak of such a thing.
Yeah.
I've noticed such a change in Sir Percival since he was here. I'm forced to think that the politeness and
think-
modesty and delicacy that he displayed before was all a sham, that he was playing a part
At
in
3
between your hands against
p.m. you
Having
can
achieved that end, he has dropped his disguise and shown
remind
himself
me to make
Brutal.
the program.
cunning, willing to use fraud and deception to obtain
That
your
would
end.
help me so much.
You must not sign that document, Laura. Not unless you are shown its contents and are satisfied by them.
If he should press me as he did today,
We must resist. We must equip
I
ourselves
was
with sufficient
wrong.
knowledge
Oh,
to
you
help
know
us
what?
fight
I
them.
can
yes, but how?
take my own thing on the calendar.
I could write to Mr. Gilmore, I suppose, and seek his advice.
Yes, indeed. Oh, but Sir Percival will demand that I sign the document tomorrow.
I'm going to make the
I
program
shouldn't get an answer
after
in time.
I
I'll
get this
ask Mr.
paid.
Gilmore to send his reply by a special messenger who must travel on the morning train. With any luck, the messenger
My
will reach
other
us before Sir
family.
Percival returns.
Got for her.
I wrote the letter to Mr. Gilmore and took it downstairs to the hall. There was a postbag there which was always collected in the middle of the afternoon. I dropped the letter into the bag,
Yes,
and
yes,
as I did
yes.
so,
Miss Harker,
Madame Foster,
how fortunate to have come upon you. I wonder if I might have a word. In private, I mean. In confidence. Perhaps we should go out into the garden.
what happened then? Very little at first. Round the fish pond we walked several times, and as we did so we talked. But really, Laura, your aunt had nothing very private to tell me at all.
What was it she said?
Simply how distressed she had been to hear of Sir Percival's recent conduct. How, if it happened again, she might have to think of
Thank
leaving
you.
the house
That
altogether.
poem is
And
amazing.
she was so friendly and concerned.
Thank you so
for
much. Because I was going to have to sit down and write one, and now I don't have to.
And then?
Praise them.
I managed at last to make my
I
excuses
didn't
to
know what
go
I was
back into
going-
the house. And suddenly, I found myself face to face with the Count. He was dropping a letter into the post bag. We exchanged a few words. He seemed unusually subdued. And then he went to join Madame Fosco. By now, of course, I was decidedly uneasy. I went straight to the post bag and took out my letter to Mr. Gilmore.
Well?
It was open.
Oh, Marion.
Perhaps I haven't secured it sufficiently. That is possible.
Well, there is another possibility.
Yes, there is, and it distresses me to think about it. I have sealed the letter now and returned it to the post bag, so we must hope that it arrives safely. And you must take good care, dearest sister, that we are the first to read the reply. At Laura's suggestion, she and I went for an evening walk. There was a sense of light in the misty, oppressive air. The flowers in the garden drooped, and the ground was parched and dewless. We arrived at the lake. You seem very fond of this dismal place.
It's not the lake that attracts me, Marion, but the scenery around.
Oh,
The heath and the fir trees, they remind me of Limerick. Nothing else does, I'm afraid. I wish I had never left home. I wish I was poor and had never married. Or at least I wish I'd never married him.
Oh, Laura.
While we were in Rome, he and I rode out one day to the tomb of Cecilia Metella. It's such a beautiful ruin, so grand. It's built by a devoted husband to the memory of his wife. I said to Sir Percival, before we were married you told me you loved me dearly, would you build such a tomb for me? He looked away, at length he laughed, and replied, if I do build you a tomb, it will be with your own money. Till that day, I endeavoured not to think about Walter Hartwright. I tried my hardest to push him from my mind. But since then, I have let the memory of him come back to comfort me. I've recalled the happy times we shared. I've pictured him and me as husband and wife, living a frugal, simple life. Happy, loving. I ought to tell you, Sir Percival knows about him.
He knows.
Ever since I made that confession to Sir Percival at Limerick, when I told him there was someone else, ever since then he wanted to know who it was. And one day in Rome, when the talk turned to my drawings, he challenged me outright. Your drawing master at Limerick, he said, Hartwright, it was him. I read the answer in my face. He warned me that if he ever met Walter Hartwright, he would horsewhip him, and that I'd repent my love for him for the rest of my life.
My dearest, dearest sister. I'm so sorry.
It's getting dark.
Yes. We should be heading back. Laura, whatever's the matter?
Look, over there. A figure. It's going across the heath.
No, like
There, at the edge of that bank of mist.
Oh, yes. It stopped now.
Is it a man or a woman?
Not sure. A woman, I think. It's moving on again.
Perhaps it's following us.
I can't see it now.
Marion, I'm frightened.
Well, you needn't be. There's no reason why someone should be lucky.
Marion,
Yes?
I heard a noise.
A twig blown off a tree.
No, Marion, there's hardly a breath of wind. I heard it again. Stop. Coming from behind us. We're being followed.
Well, whatever. Whoever it is, we should walk on.
If there is anything to alarm us, the nearer we are to the house, the better. Still following us? Oh, Mary. Who's there? Who is it? God. It's going away. Marion, I was half dead with fear. Who could it have been? I don't know. But when we get back to the house, I think it would be safest to be silent. Say nothing of this, Laura. To anyone. I slept badly. There was, of course, the mystery of events at the lake to occupy me. But much of the night was given to tears and self-reproach at the thought of Laura's unhappiness,
I'm starving.
and the fact that it was I who had encouraged Walter Hartnett to leave
Got a
Longridge
sign in
House.
the room.
It was I who had kept him apart from Laura, because she was engaged to Sir Percival. But I must tell myself, I was not at fault. I acted in good faith. And though Sir Percival deceived me in the past, he will not do so again. Laura will come to no harm, I make that promise. Not while I am with her.
Marion, I'm so upset.
My dearest sister, what has
I
happened?
lost your brooch, the one you gave me on the day before the wedding.
Well, no matter. It wasn't of much value.
It was to me. I was wearing it yesterday, I'm sure. Perhaps I lost it when we went to the lake. I'll try and look for it while you're waiting for the messenger from London. When do you expect him?
In half an hour. I asked him to do an 11 o'clock check. The phone, however, is safely in the drawer.
I did that drawing note.
His canary bird, so I think I should leave the house now. I walked calmly and casually through the grounds. I reached the lodge.
So now I gotta do that nail. I really don't have to do all this nail. So I'm
Carriage
gonna
turned into the lane and began to slow.
shoot.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
I could go in there.
Are you by any chance bearing a letter from London?
I am. It's for Miss Halcombe.
I am Miss Halcombe. You may give me the letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, and wait, please, if you would, in case I wish to give a reply.
Very well, ma'am.
I scanned the letter.
Okay, I did
Mr.
that
Gilmore
right.
was alarmed by what I had told him, that was clear. Phrases such as a palpable fraud, a flagrant breach of trust, leapt off the page. The advice was that Laura should withhold her signature and should give us her reason that she wished the document to be submitted to
Oh, I was about to do that wrong. I'm glad I looked at it.
Excellent.
Is there a
Damn.
Simply that I am very much obliged to Mr. Gilmore, that is all.
Hang on. Very well, Tyler.
Yeah.
Are you going back to the house now, Miss Halcombe?
Count Bosco.
I know them sticks ain't
Yes, yes, I am.
So am I. Would you allow me the pleasure of
Okay,
accompanying
that's
you?
for the balloon.
Certainly.
My dear Miss Halcombe,
Okay.
you look surprised to see me. Let me
I
make a
did that
confession.
right. I did that
When my
right.
wife informed me that you'd come
I
to
was
war,
not about
I
to do
found
this
that the
right.
pleasurable prospect of escorting you was too great to resist. Take my arm, dear lady.
So that goes like this. I'm glad I did
I
it.
took his arm and felt tainted by the very
I was
act.
wondering, like, how did they...
The Count said nothing about what he had seen, or about the
You
letter that
know
was in my
directions
hand.
of
But it appeared from his manner that he had discovered enough to suit his present objective. We approached the house and found Sir Percival awaiting us.
So, here you are. Where's Lady Glyde?
She lost a brooch yesterday and has gone to look for it.
Well, brooch or no brooch, she has an appointment at the library this afternoon. I expect to see her in half an hour. Before then, Percival, I'd like a talk with you, if I may. More scruples, I suppose. More objections about the document. I refuse to hear them, Fosco. I refuse.
But the Count persuaded him, led Sir Percival some distance away and spoke to him in low tones.
So what I need to do?
It was of Laura and me he spoke beyond a doubt.
I need to go from
I
the
went indoors,
bottom of congrats,
and anxious.
come down shit.
See, Marion.
Dearest sister, well done. Where did you find it?
No, I didn't find it.
Why, then who did?
I'm Catholic. I had met her, Marion. I had met the woman in white.
I kind of like this one better than the picture. Where's the A?
I'd walked through the garden and the wood, and I'd searched by the
Look, by the
lake too
main
without
street.
any luck. And then I went into the boathouse and looked for the brooch there. And while I was looking,
It's all right, Miss Fairley. You have no need to be frightened of me. My name is Anne Catherick.
Catherick, see?
I'm wearing white. I always wear white in remembrance of your mother. Such a kind, dear lady. You and I used to walk with her to the school in Limerick, do you remember? Happy days they were. Happy days. Miss Fairley, are you searching for a brooch?
Yes,
I have it here.
you found it. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Fortress,
Brad.
gently pinned the brooch to my dress. My face, new to mine, was so pale and thin and weary. And I was startled because it seemed like my own face reflected, or rather my own face
Happy Tears
reflected
on.
care.
There we are. Now, Miss Fairley, you have your brooch back.
Yes, I'm so very grateful to you. By the way, I'm not Miss Fairley anymore. Last December,
Oh, yes. I know you're married. I call you Miss Fairley because I love that name, and the other name I hate. Did you see someone in the lake last night? Did you hear someone following you in the wood?
yes, that was me.
I've come to this place to tell you a secret. A very important secret. About the man you have married. And once the secret becomes known, Miss Fairley, it will be his ruin.
That was episode 2 of The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Dramatized for radio by Martin Wade. Marianne was played by Juliet Aubrey. Laura by Henry Bruni. Count Fosco by Philip Ross. Sir Percival by Jeremy Clyde. Mr. Fairley by Edward Petherbridge. And Walter Hartright by Toby Stevens. Madame Fosco was Geraldine Fitzgerald. Anne Catherick, Alice Hart. Mr. Gilmore, Sean Baker. Pesca, Johan Meredith. Mrs. Mitchelson, Carolyn Pickles. And the messenger, Jonathan Keeble. Music was specially composed by Elizabeth Parker.
So,
The director was Jerry Wilson.
Anne Catherick, the woman in white. She was waiting for me by the lake, waiting to speak to me. She said she had a secret about Sir Percival which would destroy him if the world got to know of it. She would tell me the secret, and then he'd be afraid of me, and wouldn't dare to treat me badly. In the past, she said, she's been
how
afraid
about
of him,
this? Start from the sea.
but now, it seems, she's afraid no more.
The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Dramatized for radio in 4 parts by Martin Wade. With Juliet Aubrey as Marian Halcombe, Emily Bruni as Laura Fairley, Toby Stevens as Walter Hartright, Jeremy Clyde as Percival, Philip Voss as Count Fosco, and Edward Petherbridge as Frederick Fairley. Episode 3.
My heart, you see, it isn't right. And I haven't long to live, I'm certain. That's why I don't fear it. But before I die, I must try and make atonement.
Atonement? What do you mean?
I let him marry you. That was my sin. I should have stopped you when I was at Limerick. But I became frightened and I fled so that he wouldn't take me back to the asylum. He can't harm me now, though. And if I tell you the secret and atone for my sin, I might meet your mother in the world beyond. Oh, if only I could be buried with her. If only I could wake up by her side with the trumpet sounds and the graves give up their dead.
Well then, the secret.
Yes. It was because of the secret that he put me in the asylum. My mother knows the secret too. I learned it from her.
Tell me what it is.
Why not? I think there's someone watching us. There's someone listening. Come here tomorrow. At the same time, alone. I will tell you a thing.
Did you try to speak further with her?
Yes, Marion, I tried, but she refused. She was determined to leave. Do you think she's telling the truth? Do you think there is indeed a secret that Sir Percival is afraid of?
I do. I judge her words by Sir Percival's actions. And by his actions, clearly he has something to hide. But these journeys that he makes, they relate to Anne Catholic and her disappearance. I'm sure of it. He's determined to find her and prevent her from telling what she knows.
Boy, let me get her on my life.
Well, I must give you mine.
I'm alive and
Mr.
what's
Gilmore
happening?
has replied to your letter.
He has. Yeah. You will see that he is highly suspicious of Sir Percival's conduct, and is quite positive that you shouldn't sign a document whose contents are kept concealed from you. It should be sent to him first, he says, so that he may advise you.
Good. Then I shall tell Sir Percival so.
Well, Laura, as it transpires, Sir Percival won't be asking you to sign the document.
He won't.
Not for a while, at least.
Why? What has happened?
First of all, dear sister, I'm afraid that Count Fosco saw me when I received Mr. Gilmore's letter.
Oh, Marion.
He followed me without my knowing. And when Sir Percival arrived back, the Count Fosco spoke with him in private. And shortly afterwards, the Count came to the drawing room and informed me that the business of the signature is put off.
How very strange.
He discovered that I had written to Mr. Gilmore. He guessed, I suppose, that the letter I'd received was a reply. I can only assume, therefore, that whatever conclusions the Count drew from this were enough to persuade Sir Percival to change his mind.
Yes, but the question is, what are they planning now?
Whatever it is, dearest Laura, the discovery of Sir Percival's secret will surely help our cause. You must keep the appointment with Anne Catholic tomorrow.
Oh, I will.
It is to be at the boathouse, she said, and at the same hour as today.
Yes, that would be 2:30 approximately.
Very well. This time, I'll come with you.
She said I must be alone.
Now, I'll be nearby, and I'll make sure I keep out of sight. But of course we mustn't leave the house together. That would inevitably arouse suspicion.
Well, then I'll go first. I'll finish luncheon a little early, and you will follow as soon as you safely can.
No one else happened without that. I'm sure of that. There is no one, I think, who sees. I'll make towards the side of the boathouse so that Anne Catholic doesn't see me. What's this? Perhaps Laura's alone. Laura? Laura? Nobody here. Laura?
My baby test results came in. I'm so happy. She gonna graduate on my
Is
birthday.
there anything that happened to her?
So that day after I gave birth to her. Amazing. Even though they granted me an extension, she's running in on the 30th.
She went out for a walk.
Yes, she came back a little while ago with Sir Percival. I'm afraid
Might as
something
well she
distressing.
What? Has she had an accident?
No, but she was in tears, and Sir Percival has ordered Lady Blythe's maid to be dismissed.
Dismissed, Mrs. Mitchell. Why?
I don't know. And however much I brought to
Complaining
her
about
family, she
the
wouldn't
results.
tell me.
They be like,
She stayed in the
give
village
my
until I
baby
and then
stay
go
still.
back to Cumberland. She has no friends
Earl.
there, she says.
Where is Lady Blythe?
In her bedroom, but you can't see her.
They be like, give them big stuff early. She earned it.
I found
All
some
post high school, all post high school, she college ready.
They fell silent.
And she got thinking skills. They don't even give you that on the middle school report card. They don't even do thinking skills. Damn, too. Social science is nothing. She's above average in social sciences and everything. Yes. My baby. Paid money for this shit. I'm like, oh, my shoulders. I'm so happy my baby test came in, girl. She can really graduate on her birthday. Cause as soon as I sent an email, she graduated. Even though I asked for an extension, cause they told me her test was gonna take 2 weeks.
And I see.
But I just got an email. They are here, and she is post high school. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I said happy. I don't know what to do. My baby text me so since she is all the way there. And like, it's crazy because I'm telling you, the ancestors be doing stuff. I'm telling you. It's crazy. I talked to cousin Donna and I was like, fuck, so good. Like, it's something about her. When I talk to her, I don't know what it is, but I was able to sleep. And I don't never sleep in here. I slept right here.
Once he had received the key, handed it
And when I woke up, I was like,
and I hurried up to Laura's room.
because I was going to do her, I put in her IHIP, which is like what I tell them I'm going to do. As for what I'm going to, like her curriculum, but I get into them and tell them when I'm going to give her, when I am going to give them their quarter reports. So the last one was supposed to be tomorrow. But she took her test Monday and Tuesday, and it was like the test results couldn't make it 2 weeks. So I requested an extension to the 30th so that I could hear me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the test results. So they was like, she want to get her completion letter from them because for homeschoolers you need the diploma that I'm an award, the diploma that I award, and then you need the completion letter from the state, proving the completion letter proves compliance. So the lady sent me the email this morning. Already she was like, the extension is fine because I sent them an invoice of the test which states when she took the test and then I paid for it, and then I sent them a screenshot. Well, I was paying this week. I sent them a screenshot of how long it takes to get the test, and then I put in her schedule for the test, saying that like she actually took it. So she emailed me. She was like, she told me the specific person that's going to send me the completion letter. I think his name is Mr. Williams. And then she was like, congratulations. She was like, just let her know, because I still have to do a transcript, but I'm going to put it in a PDF file. But I already got everything. I got a whole folder, all that stuff. So I'm just seeing her test came back. Because I thought she wasn't, like, I was going to just do the graduation anyway, because like she was done. But we was just waiting on her test. For the results, I just looked at 9:30. That was in my it's in my email. Like I literally just looked at them. So she gonna be here because she sleep. She don't even know. I think she kind of was a little disappointed. She probably wasn't though, cause she like she know how to play. But she gonna be here. That means that she'll never get like her graduation date. It's like your birthday. I'm gonna have that email sent Sunday.
The disgrace of it. The disgrace will be surpassed.
And because they're online, it's an online, homeschool is online. It's gonna give me a email confirmation like your email was received, and that's boom. That's it. I got all these decorations here. I said, let me show you.
Intimate man, I know, but he might grant the request.
I got
In order to achieve some peace and quiet in life.
I got these, but look like the picture boxes. We're gonna take pictures.
Mrs. Mitchelson said that Fanny was
And these are not done. Like it's wrote. Like I got the little letters here. But I'm not going on this right now. Just trying to get like the tiny stuff done out the way. Cause I don't know how they have to do nothing.
I speak with the Count.
You did great. And I don't want to spell that wrong. You know I be doing typos. I'm messing around and have a typo in the decoration. Well, I feel better when I talk to cousin Donna. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. I think because we be doing all that doggone dreaming. Everything I be saying or everything she be saying be hitting me so hard. I be feeling exactly what she said. She almost got hit by somebody almost ran her over.
Miss Halcombe,
And tore her nerves up and all right. Skin. Somebody almost hit her.
But I am unresentful.
And her her thing, her scooter joint.
Thank you.
I say joint so bad.
Thank
I
you
have to
so
forget.
much.
You can't get the Philly out of me for nothing in this
The
world.
pleasure is mine.
They never could.
Because now have.
Yeah, I had dreamed about my girl. I cannot not cry on my cousin because I've been on that man since I was a teenager. Met that man when I was at my mama. That man, I can't believe he gone.
Apologies.
I dreamed about him. I asked him to come talk to me, and he did, but he ain't
I
talk to
was
me. He
sickened
ain't
by
never
the feel
cried.
of the Count's fat fingers and the touch of his
I told Donna that she was
And
like,
if Madame Fosco's tigress
It's really
jealousy
neat
had
to
not
talk
come
to
to
her,
her rescue,
because
I cannot
just
say if I would have maintained my
I was sick.
brainless
I
self-control.
was getting sick. I'm still a little sick. I need
went
to
back to
eat.
my room and sat down at the table to compose
It's like I can't really eat yet.
And as I did so, I had the feeling that my writing
It's not just one thing too. It's just a lot.
but were perhaps a little too
It's
tightly
all right.
arranged.
I'm gonna be all right.
In future, I
I'm stronger
decided I
than
would
I
take
act
no
sometimes.
risks. I would
People get on my
always
nerves.
lock my door.
Well,
I've been to the inn, and the letter is safe in Fanny's hands.
I love you.
And there it shall stay.
And what you doing up this late?
Do you need to join us for dinner,
I got 1, 2,
Laura? As in,
3. I done did 3. This is the 4th one.
5 minutes
I
ago.
opened up them balloons. I gotta figure out how to hang this stuff up. I really need a couple of things, but I don't got no money. I ain't gonna worry about it because I'm gonna figure it out. So
And one must be
but I do got some of
not just
them
for her
little
sake, but also for ours. While his efforts are directed towards finding Anne Castle, he may
those
be
things I can hang stuff up with, but I didn't have none of the sticky things to hold it up on the wall. I'm gonna say thing a lot. I don't want you to have things.
I was exhausted by the heat of the day and by the trials and anxieties I had endured.
Like the adhesive strip joints
I decided
that you
before
can
dinner I
hold
would
stuff
go to my room
on.
and rest.
Yeah, my Indian style sex. Girl, I was on live on I'm on live on my channel too, because anyway, my channel was, I ain't been on there. Like I've been really consistent, but I've been not consistent at all. My legs are so white. Look at it's so sun.
The wide ocean separates us.
And it's red light on it.
And give what help is in my power. That night when I
I'm doing this right. Yeah, even though I'm like I'm not cutting nothing or nothing, I just want to get the ribbons in here. I really don't have to do this
I shall return.
no more.
I shall visit the tomb of the
Bad enough I gotta blow up 89 balloons. But look what I got.
covered inscription.
Electric blower rubber. No, it's not this called. But it's late and I get real silly when it's late, so forgive me. I got electric blower up a girl for all the blues because I said I am not dying. Trying to blow up all you blows in here. We ain't got no kids in here. Ain't no kids in here.
I awoke trembling.
So I don't even know if kids can do that nowadays anymore.
I prepared
Most
for
of
dinner.
kids got asthma.
Within a few hours, I
I'm
was
so excited. You my baby. I guess I have to stop calling her baby, alright?
Praise their oratory.
I don't think I can do that.
They praise their simple Fosco, and together they draw storm on us Italians.
Baby my baby till I die. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. They gotta be kidding me. I would baby my baby.
They forget Rossini. Rossini, the immortal.
No, she's not a baby. She's really intelligent.
Well then, cool.
I think I'm doing this the right.
Ask me later. I'll not abandon the lady.
Let's see, look, 'cause
It is close, is it not?
I changed the living room around here, so
We
mopping.
became relief ladies, and very soon the weather
Say
will
you
bring
did
the
it.
There'll be rain tonight.
This ain't
I wonder,
did it.
Miss Halcombe, was it you whom I saw a little earlier,
That's
taking
great.
a walk in the direction of the village?
The village? No,
Yeah,
I
I did
thought.
Perhaps it was Lady
They hanging
Di.
over there.
I might have a walk myself,
So, and then I got
before it
these
rained.
banners. I gotta do all this. Like I just really just strip this living room down.
Madam Fosco,
And just move everything. I move my couch.
Please, sit down.
I think I'm doing that
What
TV.
an
Because I
unfortunate
want to use
business
this
it is,
wall
you having to leave us.
and that space for pictures.
My
That
reason for coming here, Fanny,
brown
my
thing
dear,
will
is
be
that I have
gone.
one
This
or
ain't
two
it.
messages.
I'm watching
Mrs.
her,
Halcombe
like
will
her
have
rugs.
Yes, Fanny?
I guess I could watch that rug when I'm sitting here.
Yes, for Mr. Fairley. A very important message.
I bought me a good washing machine.
These
for
are
apartments.
additional messages,
I love
my
that
dear.
thing.
But before anything
And it's
else,
small.
why
too.
don't
It's
you and
just so
I
cute.
have a cup of tea?
Like just be the hard part, you want to get that out the way. And so tomorrow I gotta get up.
I want to go to
That's
bed.
why I'm up now, because I'm gonna try to like
I'm trying
sleep
to write my diary, but my thoughts
until,
have wandered.
like,
I've never reached the page.
9, 10 at the latest. I ain't had no coffee all day. That's actually good.
No stars. The rainbow.
I gotta go get her cake. Audrey got her cake. Jamaica Audrey got her cake. And her daughter got her cake. So
Here comes another.
we thought we had to go to Queens to get it. She was gonna come get me and take me to Queens to get her cake. But
Sit down. I'm waiting for Miss Halcombe to go to bed.
wait a minute.
See, up there?
See, I'm
The light's still on in her room. Whilst you wait, well,
Um,
Miss
but,
Halcombe is a clever woman, and a distrustful one, and a bold one.
I'm going to the
She
lady's
must have
job
the chance to overhear us.
to meet
The
her.
library should sit at the far end of it, if you like, away from the door.
So,
We shall not be overheard, nevertheless. I shall
I will
wait.
be
You
early
go in if you wish. I'll
tomorrow.
join you. Very well. Patience.
And I am
You must have
excited.
patience.
Well, what if I could overhear them? Sir Percival
It is
communicates a
going
lot
to
of
be
discussions
beautiful. I
about
can't wait to see
and the
it.
Count regards it as important enough to warrant taking precautions. It ought to help our cause, therefore, to discover what they have to say.
I'm trying to get that perfect, but you can't get that perfect until you get all ordinary and
Downstairs,
then
to
you go
listen
back
at the
and
door,
just
but that would be a great risk and would probably be fruitless. Oh, the veranda, perhaps.
I'm up with
Yes.
Kamari.
It's really strange.
Kamari,
If I could lower myself down. Creep
what
along
you
the
doing
side.
up, cousin?
Yes. I'll do it.
You was having a
For the sake
party
of yours,
week,
happiness,
huh?
and Eleanor. Perhaps even for the sake of her life itself and mine.
You said you won't be up this week.
Fosco, I shall leave the counter and you shall go back in.
My boy. I feel all this going for a long time. I need to go in there and clean my kitchen, girl. Every dish in there I know is a mess. And I'm gonna clean it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna clean this tomorrow.
Keep close to the wall. Keep very close.
Gina is still cooking and I carrying on in there girl before I go sleep. I don't remember eating. To be honest, I really don't. I hope he goes to bed soon. I know you do.
Do I wait till she's
He
gone to
went
bed, or
out
do I move on?
with Kaya for about an hour. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Put it up, Randy. Thank you, Percival, but no. Oh, sucre, nothing more. Sugar and
I know we got a good breeze coming through
Fix
here.
it yourself very well. So, yes, we must take action. Yes, we must take
Yeah,
it
where we
soon.
go with this?
We are at a
This
crisis,
is pretty
Percival.
though.
My crisis.
I did really good with the decorations. I've been ready to see her do this.
In contrast to the thousands you were.
I know you be ready for him to go to bed because
Indeed.
I hope he go to bed soon. So yeah, I could get some rest.
Are we to use threats and brute force as the lower orders prefer? Or maybe not find as men of education and refinement that quiet determination is the better way? Bear in mind, Percival, we are dealing not
Oh, I
only with your
definitely
wife,
use
but
too
with her
much
sister
now. Oh,
too.
maybe I
We
did
shall
use too
wicked,
much.
strong-minded, and
I'm gonna spread it out all
A fine, glorious creature. I drink her health with my sugar.
I got them little things to do too.
Damn the woman, I say, damn the pair of them. Ah, you see? You've allowed them to provoke you. And that is why you have failed. From now on, therefore, you should leave the whole business to me. Tell me, Percival, how much do you hope to get from your wife? 3,000 a year. What's her uncle has died? Is the uncle old? No. Is he ill? No. He pretends to be. And the 3,000 a year is all that you can expect? That's right. Unless 3,000. Yes. Of course. At last. At last.
Eve.
It's starting to rain.
Unless she dies. Oh, God.
What then? Well, assuming there were no changes, is it likely that there will be? No,
We get
it
here.
is not likely at all. Then you would get how much? £20,000.
See, I ain't had to use all that, but that's alright. I want to leave it like that because I don't know how, you know, wide I want it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cut nothing. I just want to get all the ribbons. I want to get this part
Oh,
done.
don't turn this way, Madam Foster.
And that's pretty good because I had to look online to see because they don't give you no directions or nothing. I had to look online to see
If you want money, Sylvan,
what
if you want to make certain that Foster,
I go with my phone.
plenty of talk of it, my dear friend,
I
I'm
don't think
simply
it's
stating the position.
Yes,
If you are to win the 20,000,
I know you're tired. I know you're tired.
if my beloved wife
Ready
is
to
to be
start getting your rest for the night.
then your wife certainly must.
I'm rushing because I'm trying to at
It's very
least
simple. Simple.
get to sleep by.
I will not have it, Foster. I'm being practical, that's all. Business.
I know I want to do my
You and I
kitchen.
need
I want
money.
to wash my
Your
dishes.
wife has the money we need.
I want to make some curry
You
chicken
tried to
so
get
bad
it,
I'm
but you
starving, but I
refused to
don't
sign that document of yours.
know why I ain't eating. I get like
He does.
I just
It's left
eat
to him
food
to
steak.
have Flora killed.
Of course. There is a second difficulty. And this second difficulty seems to have got itself mixed up with our little financial embarrassment.
I'm like, hold up.
But it is your difficulty, Percival, and yours alone. And it has altered you for the worse. The name
My
of the
baby got
difficulty
thinking
is
skills. I was so. They do a different, like the assessment test that you get to choose.
If I wanted, I could believe it.
Like you can
But if
literally
you wish me to
see
respect your privacy, then I could. I have consummate self-control.
an
I
assessment.
will not try.
Girl, my baby
because-
got thinking skills. They took them out. She got
But I
thinking
am
skills.
nonetheless
She
willing to help
was like crazy.
Would you like me to?
And
Yes.
she still do
Yes.
got little cognitive issues.
More
So we
serious
go
than money.
ahead.
And Catherine must be found. And if she isn't, there's no hope for me. Why?
Very
Because she knows your secret too? Yes. And because she knows that you have put in an asylum? Yes. She's mad at it.
She works very
Locked
hard.
away. Just insane enough to ruin you when she's at large. Precisely. Who else knows the secret? And Catherine's mother. She
She's
told
done
me.
or not,
What about
yes.
Lady Glyde? Well, I found.
Ain't
And
got
Catherine
all my
wrote that she and my wife would talk about the secret again. So it's clear that my wife has knowledge of it. Of course, it was a man named Hartwright, a drawing master.
Okay.
He knows something too, perhaps. He and my wife.
Let me try to get out this floor.
Well, there are they.
Oh, Lord.
Where is this
Oh.
Hartwright? He's out of the country.
My
Where
bad.
is Catherine's mother?
Oh, God.
Is she to be trusted? She
Yeah,
she
the
told
girls
me your
are
sister
cool
once.
right. This something
She
too.
would repeat herself.
So my
She
bag,
has
I
some
don't care
interest
what
in
nobody
my
says.
position as she does. If I'm to search
I did it.
Catholic, I must know.
I did it, I did it, I did it,
I
I
saw her from a
did it.
distance only when she was at the boathouse.
So I'm gonna leave a ribbon in there because I think it's gonna
She
be
bears a
brighter.
remarkable resemblance to
So
Lady
then
Glyde.
that wall,
Really? Imagine my wife after a severe
Yeah,
illness and you
that
have
wall.
Catherine. Good
all
heavens.
that's gonna be gone.
And they're not related.
And I'm thinking I'm gonna TV too. I'm gonna TV. And we still got this one. I think this one is gonna go across.
You'll like it, I think. Tell me. No.
This, oh, yeah, that's right.
Time for sleep, Percival. Sleep is just. And when daylight comes, let us see what the magnanimous Foster will do for his dear, dear friend.
Congrats, Red. I want that
And they said no
here.
more. They said all that I needed to know.
The answer with the test.
I
Talk
dropped
about the
myself
answer with the
when I
test.
entered my room.
I want
soaked
that.
on the floor. I was drenched. I was frozen to the
I think I
present.
want that.
And my heart was chilled by
This
what I had heard. After a while, I can't say how long it was, I roused myself and changed into
I
dry
think I want
clothes.
this one.
And now a throbbing heat has replaced the cold. Was it 4 that struck?
I think I want this one over there.
5.
Here we got these friends.
I should lie down and rest.
Do
If I
it.
do, I may lack the strength to get up again.
But you gotta get off this floor.
burning.
I stand here.
Crushed. I'm so very frightened. Please, God, help me.
Tell me, Mrs. Mitchelson, how is the patient?
Still in a fever, sir.
Did you give her the mixture I made up?
I tried, sir, but she
Okay.
refused. Sir Percival has sent for the
This is
doctor.
a lot of
Well,
real.
let us hope that he's
I'm
another
glad.
competence.
Mr. Dawson. Oh,
Probably
yes,
for the
certainly
blues.
is.
When you do so, Mrs. Mitchelson, forgive me. You're not fit to judge. Lady Clyde, I suppose, is greatly distressed.
Yes, sir.
How do they keep going?
She was out in the rain, sir. House I mean.
Last night.
Last night, sir. That's what started it, almost I'm certain.
Don't really
The maid
understand.
found a pile of clothes in this house.
I'm gonna
Soaked through they were.
That's strange.
I don't really know what this is for.
That's very
What is
strange.
this? See, I think, can I iron this like pressing? I probably try to bench it out.
From the bottom of my heart. Oh,
I wonder can I like
I bring my wishes for your recovery.
somehow like press her with a wheel like
Here is her table. And here is her diary.
Not real.
Let me read what
Hot,
she's
but
written
like warm.
since last I looked.
I don't really know how this goes.
Mr. Farley?
I am he.
Good.
I am able to understand our call. Fanny, and you are Lady Glyde's
Those
maid.
boxes are
No,
pretty.
sir, till yesterday.
I think I got a cutty.
Creaking, Mr. Fairley?
But I'm not cutting
Yes.
for nothing yet. 'Cause I don't
Very
think-
loudly. Please make it stop. Well,
I have a letter for you, sir.
from whom? Lady Glyde?
No, sir, from Miss
I
Arkham.
don't know what I'm doing.
Put it on the table. Don't knock anything over. Seems to be a very crumpled letter.
Yes, sir, I
I'm
noticed
gonna
that, sir,
iron
when I
this.
came
I'm
to
not
after
just gonna
fainting.
use right there.
Yes,
I want to
sir.
see. I think I can iron this.
Ian,
I
At
couldn't.
Blackwater, Madame Fosco
What
was...
are you doing up this late?
Oscar was at this inn, was she?
Yes, sir.
I love you.
She came there, she said, because there were some other messages I had to take.
What
as well as the
are you
matter.
doing
I
up
had to
this late?
receive them. Because Madame Fosco
I'm gonna try to iron this tomorrow. I think I can iron it with a light. I don't know. I
My
don't know.
sister?
And then, you see, sir, I fainted.
Pray, why did you do that?
I don't know, sir. I've never fainted before in my life. And then when I came to, Madame Fosco left. I think it made me stay, sir.
Stays.
Yes, sir.
They caused the fainting.
No,
Never
sir.
know iron this. I
They're
might
making a creaking noise.
touch my dishes. I want to press her.
I have read Madeline Halkin's diary. I have written in it too. Just a few words
Well,
of
that's
sincere
so big.
homage and admiration.
This one fell off already.
And now, I return the diary to the writer's table. Events are hurrying me away. Serious issues await me. Vast perspectives of success and stones before my eyes. I, Oscar, must embark upon an extraordinary enterprise. Well, Percival, have you found Aunt Catherine? What a pleasant day, dear. Tell me. I'll tell you, Percival. That
Can I do that tape? I can take the.
Good morning, Mrs. Mitchelson.
Good morning.
How is the supper?
Miss Halcombe is a little better and downstairs.
I'll be in the library, Fosco. Don't be long.
The fever came and went, sir, during the night, and now it seems she is improving. Mr. Dawson is with her at the moment.
Ah, yes, Mr. Dawson.
And so is Lady Glyde, of course. She won't leave her sister for a minute. Oh, she does cry so, and is so very anxious and fearful.
Well, Mrs. Mitchelson, there is help at hand. For Lady Glyde, for my wife, who has done her share of the nursing duties, and indeed for you. I've sent for a woman of excellent conduct and capacity, who is known to my wife as a person to be trusted. Don't tell Mr. Dawson. He will, I'm sure, look with a prejudiced eye on anything that I provide. Ah, here is the good doctor himself.
I can actually take the ribbon on the
Can
wall.
it be true that his
To
improvement
be honest, I got feelings.
This is, of course, a great concern.
I suppose because you think Miss Halcombe is
I think that would work
that
too.
you will persist in the saline treatment that you are giving her.
Certainly I will, since it's justified by my professional experience and by its effect upon the patient.
I wish I had an old one on my old
Should you,
wall.
are you a doctor?
Gonna be
I
high.
have studied medicine.
Perhaps you have, but it's not my habit to consult with amateurs.
Gonna be high.
Let me make an inquiry then.
I
I
wonder.
wonder, as you are a little way removed
I'm
from
talking about I one.
whether you have the use of
I
also
Think about that.
Sir, please, no more.
Facebook and
Practice physicians with you, but you are not. Therefore, goodbye. I shall return this evening. In the meantime, there will be no alterations to my course
let me
of
put some
treatment.
tape on that one.
Thanks, Mayor.
I obeyed Mr. Dawson, of
And I
course.
could tape this.
Being nearly the housekeeper, I was obliged to do so. But I must confess, the Count spoke with such conviction concerning the appropriate treatment for Miss Halcombe that I began to have more trust in him than in Mr. Dawson. And it was clear to me that the patient was slow in making progress.
Well, Mrs. Nicholson?
She had an indifferent night, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
Before you go up to see her, Mr. Dawson,
Yes?
I should warn you, there is a nurse with her.
A nurse? Who arranged this? In fact, foreigner, I suppose.
Mr. Dawson, really? The man to whom I suppose you were referring is a nobleman, a member of the highest aristocracy.
Yes, and he wouldn't be the first crap with a handle to his name. He's a charlatan. He's an infernal meddler, too. He should have spoken with me first. Should have sought my permission. Where is he?
Count Fosco's not in the house. He's gone away.
Oh, for good.
No. Just for a few days, I think. On business. The nurse is perfectly competent, Mr. Dawson. Truly, she is.
He's out my wall.
Mr. Dawson, please, come in.
Hey, Clyde. Good morning to you. I see Miss Halcombe's asleep.
Yes, though it is fitful sleep at best. Oh, I'm so worried.
He's talking about.
But your sister will make a full recovery. She will, provided that my instructions and mine only are carried out. What is the name of the nurse?
Mrs. Rubel.
Good morning, Mrs. Rebel.
Good morning. Pleased to meet you.
I wish you weren't here. I don't think I want to trust her.
Well, Lady Clyde, I won't seek her dismissal yet, but I assure you, if I have reason to complain of her, she'll go at once. Tell me, Mrs. Rebel, have you been seated over there since you arrived?
Yes.
Can you perform your duties well, do you suppose, while you are sat at the window?
The gentleman has been listening all this while. He doesn't yet know me. If I were to sit as her son, I might get out for a few weeks.
No, true enough. You might.
Mr. Dawson, forgive me. I'm reluctant to say this to you. Not least because it was suggested to me by Count Fosco.
Oh, him again.
But if Marion should get worse, or if after many more days there should be no change for the better,
Yes, Lady Clyde.
would you permit me to send for advice from London?
Of course. Indeed, I hope that before you think it necessary, I will have taken such a step myself. It will be a sensible precaution. And it will also, I trust, give me the pleasure of exposing Count Fosco as either a fool or a fraud.
5 days of undisturbed tranquility, that is all. 5 days in which to attempt to recover from the uncivilized intrusion of the young person who is Laura's maid, or was. And then on the 6th day, I'm to be visited again by the husband of my tiresome sister. Mr. Fairley, Count Fosco, what a delightful house this is.
And what a veritable treasure trove is contained within this room. Shall I be seated?
Please, but quietly, if you can.
I see that you're in some distress.
I'm always in some distress. I'm nothing but a bundle of nerves. Less than a week ago, I must tell you, I was put upon by a young person in service who had a bizarre tale to tell and a crumpled letter from Marian. Miss Halcombe.
Ah, indeed. Miss Halcombe.
It seems that Laura, Lady Glyde, has had a falling out with Sir Percival, and Marian, therefore, was demanding that I open Limmeridge House as a refuge for her.
Yes, I am aware of this.
I have to say I was not pleased by that. I think it is very unfortunate and very unfair. But having shown myself to be too considerate and self-denying to add a family of my own to an already overcrowded population, I should be made to suffer for other people's marital mishaps.
Mr. Fairley.
If I do have Laura back, is Sir Percival not likely to follow her? And is he not likely to demonstrate a violent resentment toward me for harboring his wife?
No, not at all. Mr. Fairley.
I have written to Marian. I have asked her to come here alone and talk the matter over with me. If nothing else, the strategy will grant me some breathing space.
Miss Halcombe
Oh,
has not
what is
replied.
that other
however.
thing?
I'm glad to say she has not.
The reason she has not replied is that events at Blackwater Park have taken a melancholy turn.
Oh, there. Must I hear about them now? Won't they keep?
Sadly, no.
Is anybody dead?
Dead? No, heavens, no.
Oh, so glad. Forgive me, but I always like to anticipate the worst. It breaks the blow by meeting it halfway. Is anybody ill?
Yes, Miss Halcombe.
Is it serious?
Yes, a fever.
A fever? This is infectious.
Not at present.
Not at present.
Mr. Fairley. And here, as it were, as Miss Halcombe's proxy. Since she is not well enough to plead her sister's case, I must plead it for her.
Oh, but still.
She is right. Lady Glyde cannot remain under her husband's roof. You must receive her here, and very soon. You need not be anxious about Sir Percival. I know him. I am his oldest friend. He'll not pursue her here. You have my word on it. So, write to Lady Glyde, if you will. Do your affectionate and honorable duty, and remind her liberal terms. Do it now.
Now?
Yes, so that I can take the letter back with me.
She won't come, you know. Not while her sister is ill.
She will come. She must. Not only do relations with Sir Percival deteriorate day by day, but Lady Glyde's health and spirits suffer too, because of the marriage, because of her anxiety over Miss Halcombe. As for travelling arrangements, there is no difficulty there. I have recently taken a house in London, in St. John's Wood. Lady Glyde can be met at Waterloo Station, and she can stay with myself and your dear sister, and can continue the journey the following day. Nothing could be simpler or more convenient. Now, the letter. You have writing materials here, I see. Do mention the overnight stay in London. It will help to convince her.
Sir, I must protest. You ought not to have come into the room.
But I had no choice, Mr. Dawson. The housekeeper has informed me that Miss Halcombe's condition has greatly deteriorated. So I'm here in the interests of sacred humanity. Excuse me.
Oh, what? Sacred
When did the change occur?
Late last night.
You should have called a physician from London.
I have already done so, and when he arrives, I will consult with him, sir, but with no one else.
Ah, she begins to wake.
You!
Yes, my dear Miss Halcombe, it is I. You need have no fear.
Go away, please! Go away!
Leave her this instant, sir. Can't you see she's terrified of you?
Well, Mr. Dawson, it is not to be wondered at. Irrational fears, hallucinations, these are to be expected in one who has contracted typhus fever.
Typhus? No. No, it's not typhus. You're quite mistaken.
I assure you, Mr. Dawson, there is no possibility of error. It is typhus fever. And your treatment, sir, is responsible for bringing it on.
The Count was proved to be correct, as I thought he would. The physician came from London and confirmed the Count's diagnosis. But he gave us some small cause for hope. We waited. I prayed, as did Lady
You gonna drop me on the floor. I'll be so ready. Why am
5
I
days,
feeling so
and merciful Providence saw to it that Miss Halcombe's condition improved. The London physician visited again and declared that the patient was out of danger.
Oh, perfect.
Ah, Mrs. Richardson, come in.
I've just heard, sir, that Mr. Dawson will not be returning here.
Yeah, that is correct. She's had something of a falling out with Count Fosco. His pride, I suppose, has taken a little knock, too.
Yes, but Sir Percival, don't worry that there's no local doctor to attend on Miss Halcombe.
No, it's not necessary. The man from London said so.
She might suffer a relapse, though, and
My sister.
Lady Glyde to consider too.
Ah, Lady Glyde.
Her sister's illness has greatly affected her. I almost feel that there should be as much concern for her as for Miss Halcombe.
Well, Mrs. Rebel is still here, and she's proved herself to be more than capable. No, your fears, I think, are quite unfounded, and I would ask you, therefore, to give your full attention to a rather more pressing matter. Mrs. Mitchelson, I find that Blackwater Park is something of a drain upon resources at present, and that serious economies have to be made. I want you, in consequence, to dismiss the domestic staff.
To dismiss them, sir? All of them?
With the exception of Mrs. Rebel, of course, and your good self, but the rest of the staff must go. I want this house cleared of the whole lazy, useless pack.
When must they go, sir?
By this time tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But, sir...
Mrs. Mitchelson, there's no need for them, and therefore they must go. Is that understood?
The staff were dismissed, and the house became a strange, quiet, lonely place. It was surely not unnatural that my spirit should sink, or indeed that I should be uneasy about the way events were unfolding. I became still more so when Sir Percival declared that Lady Glyde and her sister, once they were well enough to make the journey, might benefit from a few days in the genial climate offered by Torquay. He instructed me to go there immediately and reconnoitre for a suitable place of residence. But I had a suspicion that I was being sent, quite deliberately, on an unnecessary errand.
Come in, Mrs. Mitchelson.
Thank you. Oh, your ladyship has gained in health, I think, while I was away.
I think I have.
And what of Miss Halcombe?
Yesterday she was no worse, but I've had no news of her at all today.
Perhaps you and I should go to her room.
Yes, please. We'll do that. The Count and Madame Fosco left yesterday, you know.
Did they? I had no idea it would be so soon.
There it is.
Sir Percival,
May I ask where you're going?
to
Oh,
Warrington.
Well, then, let me spare you a disappointment. She's not there.
Not there?
She left yesterday morning with your aunt and Fosco, and Mrs. Rebel, too. She's going to Limmeridge House, you see. I thought that since the country is quite a travel, she'd go with them.
It's impossible. She wasn't fit to travel. Mr. Dawson had been here.
But Mr. Dawson was not here. Mr. Dawson has decided to have nothing more to do with this.
Why should Marion want to go to Limmeridge?
Because your uncle won't receive you until he has seen your sister first. He stated as much in the letter he wrote to her at the start of her illness. It was shown to you. Do you not remember?
Yes, I remember. She has never left me before. Not without telling me.
But she knew that if she did tell you, then you would try to stop her. And you're very anxious. Absurdly so.
I'm anxious for my sister.
There's no need to be. She's left for Limerick. She's your uncle. What's strange about that?
You must forgive me, but I'm not satisfied. I wish to take the first train that I can and follow her.
Your ladyship.
If my sister was deemed fit to travel, then I am too. I intend to leave here.
Very well. I'll not oppose you, but you must go tomorrow. Not today. I'll write to Fosco by this evening's post.
Why?
To tell him to expect you. He'll meet you at the station and you can stay overnight in St. John's Wood.
No, please. That's not necessary.
Of course it is. You must attempt the whole journey in one day. You must rest in London, and I won't permit you to be on your own in some hotel, and nor would your uncle.
My uncle.
I have a letter from him, which you will read when you come downstairs. Fosco offered to have you stay for the night, whenever you should make the journey, and your uncle strongly endorses the idea. The arrangement is eminently sensible and appropriate. Do you not think so, Mrs. Mitchelson?
I confess I can see no objection to it.
Nevertheless, don't write to the Count. Please.
But I shall write to him, and there will be no more argument, unless you prefer not to go at all.
train doesn't leave for half an hour. You have plenty of time.
Yes.
Please assure me, my lady, that you are going of your own free will.
Well, yes, I am. No one compels me, but go I must. I'm so fearful for my sister.
Ah, here is Sir Percival.
You needn't have trouble to wait. Get in, please.
So this is our parting. It may well be that I will see you no more. Will you try to forgive me as sincerely as I forgive you?
Driver. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Sir Percival. Goodbye.
Lady Blythe.
Oh, Count Fosco.
How good to see you. Sir Percival's letter reached me just in time. You had a pleasant journey after us.
Thank you, yes. Tell me, please, where is my sister? Has she already left for Liverridge?
She has not. She is at my
And
house.
we are going there now.
We are indeed.
Where is she? Tell me.
I will take you to her soon.
There's men outside.
They are friends of mine. Medical men. The truth is, Lady Tide, your sister's health has become much worse.
I know.
The truth is, I fear for her life.
Oh, do not say so.
Lady Tide.
Help me. Help me.
The afternoon following Lady Glyde's departure, I sat in the garden and tried to compose my mind. I sat and I gazed out across to the old, disused wing of the building. And as I gazed, I realized of a sudden that there was someone seated by one of the windows. A woman. The blood curdled in my veins. The woman, I was almost sure, was Mrs. Rubel. Mrs. Rubel? Mrs. Rubel?
Yes? What is the matter?
So it is you. What are you doing? I was told you'd gone to London along with Miss Halcombe and...
Well, you were told incorrectly. I have never left the house.
I don't understand. Sir Percival said very plainly that... What, it was Halcombe then?
No. Miss Halcombe is making good progress.
Where is she?
She is here,
Here?
in this room. She is asleep at me. Come on and see her.
I don't know why I stay one.
After many adventures, I returned to England in October 1850. During my time away, I had thought constantly of Laura Fairley. She who married and took her mother's name. She whom I loved and would always love, though there was no hope for me. The day after my ship reached port, I visited the office of Mr. Gilmore, solicitor to the Fairley family, in order to ask if he had any news of her. Mr. Hartwright, dear Mr. Hartwright, it was prepared to this. Why? What has happened? Laura, Lady Glyde.
Now I'll just leave it and watch this now. Get away. I got everything good. Cousin Julie, Cousin Roger, Cousin Hope. Hey. Peace and love. Oh, I still got one. Oh, okay. I still got this too. Oh no, that's coming off of that. I'm about to. What am I doing with this? I wish I hadn't even opened it.
I ought to advise you that Miss Halton came to this office shortly after her sister's death. She was emphatic that her sister had never suffered before from any problem affecting her heart. To tell the truth, she was suspicious about the entire circumstances in which Laura died. Was she indeed? On her instructions, I made some inquiries. Though it was a delicate business, as you can appreciate, I communicated with Count Fosco and found him to be most helpful and cooperative. I communicated with the Count's wife, Laura's aunt, with the medical man who attended Laura, with the servants in Count Fosco's house, and I discovered nothing. There was not the smallest private detail that could lead me to share Miss Halcombe's anxiety. I can only assume that the loss of her sister had affected her judgment.
Is she at the husband's house?
I was like, I was hoping that. Okay, so what is this?
Where are they going, Laura? At Lineage. She is laid to rest in her mother's grave.
I was wondering, like, how in the world, what am I supposed to do with all these things?
My friend, Professor Preston, I went to Limerick House to teach drawing to 2 young ladies.
See, I want this.
With one of those ladies I felt.
On that wall.
But now, she is
Most definitely on that wall.
I went along the well-remembered road, looked across at the high white walls of Limerick House,
Okay.
the garden, and the summer house where Laura and I first met.
Okay.
And finally, I made my way down to the lonely churchyard. The air is calm and still.
Okay, these two of these.
I walk across the sacred ground.
I'm like, what in the world?
I approach the grave with its marble cross, which
Whoever
bears the
came
name of
on.
Laura's mother. The cross, which the
Okay,
woman white
all right.
years months ago clung
I'm getting you. So that's going on that wall.
If only I would die, Mrs. Fairley, and be at rest with you.
Step
Oh, Mrs. Fairley, you know how I love your daughter. If I could save her, I would. Tell me how to save her. Tell me, please.
Now on that cross is a newly cut inscription. Hard, clear, cruel letters which tell the stark
Nothing
story.
going away.
Sacred to the memory of
So
Laura,
this ain't gonna be on this
Lady
wall.
Blythe, wife of... I turned my eyes away, refusing to read the name of that man who
And
took her,
actually,
who was not worthy of her. I kneel down, rest my hands against the broad white stone,
it's not even.
close my weary eyes, recall our last tearful words to each other, when she promised that she would remember me. And I took her hand and kissed it. Oh, Laura. Laura, come back to me. Let my heart speak to yours. Laura, my love.
Okay, so
Footsteps. 2 women with the cold clearness of the slanted light.
okay.
2 veiled women who are walking in my direction. They see me. They stop.
Can this go
One
on
of them
her
lifts a veil.
or right now?
Marian Halcombe. It is her face, though it has changed, as if many years have passed over it. Her eyes are large and wild, terrible.
Her chest is so sorry.
The other woman, still veiled, comes near her. A shuddering of an unutterable dread creeps over me. She has possession of me, body and soul.
Oh, Lord God, strengthen him. Help him in his hour of need.
She approaches. As she moves, her shadow falls upon the grave and it rises up. The tombstone stands between us. The cross, sacred to the memory of Laura, Lady Blythe. She lifts the veil.
It is I.
Laura! Laura!
That was episode 3 of The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, dramatised for radio by Martin Wade. Marian was played by Juliet Aubrey, Laura by Emily Bruni, Count Fosco by Philip Voss, Sir Percival by Jeremy Clyde, Walter by Toby Stevens, and Mr. Fairley by Edward Etheridge. Madame Fosco was Geraldine Fitzgerald, Anne Catherick, Alice Hart, Mr. Gilmore, Sean Baker, Mrs. Mitchelson, Carolyn Pickles, Mr. Dawson, Jonathan Keeble, and Mrs. Rubel, Richenda Carey. The music was specially composed by Elizabeth Parker. The director was Cherry Cookson.
To others, Laura was dead. To others, it was Laura who had been buried beneath the marble cross in Limmeridge churchyard. She was dead to her uncle, dead to those who knew her, save her sister Marian and me. She was dead in the eye of the law, and as a result her fortune had been given to her husband and to her aunt. She was dead. How therefore could she ever be Laura again?
The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Dramatized for radio by Martin Wade. With Juliet Aubrey as Marian Halcombe, Emily Bruni as Laura Fairley, Toby Stevens as Walter Hartright, Philip Voss as Count Fosco, Jeremy Clyde as Sir Percival, and Edward Petherbridge as Mr. Fairley. Episode 4.
We took the London train from Limmeridge. Laura sat by my side. Her poor, innocent head lay trustingly on my shoulder.
She's asleep, I think.
Yes, the day's excitement has worn her out. Tell me, Marian, how much does she remember of what has happened to her?
Very little as yet. She knows that she left Blackwater Park and went by train to London and was met at the station by Count Fosco. And she was taken to a house and became very frightened. After that, she remembers nothing until the moment when she woke up in a small, brown-tiled room.
She had been drugged, one seems, and taken to the asylum.
Yes. And the dress that she was wearing was not her own. It was a white dress.
It was Anne Catherick's.
It was. Laura had become the woman in white. And the woman in white, she had died. And under Laura's name was laid to rest at Limmeridge, reunited with her beloved Mrs. Fairley.
Extraordinary. Almost beyond belief.
The process of exchanging the two identities released Laura's money without the need to kill her, and at the same time preserved Sir Percival's secret. It was a brilliant plot, devised no doubt by Count Fosco.
If I'm to search for Anne Catherick, I must know how to recognize the woman.
It's very easy to describe her. She bears a remarkable resemblance to Lady Clyde.
Well. But Marian, you yourself must have believed that Laura was dead. How was it you found her?
It was Anne Catherick I was looking for, of course, not Laura. I was hoping to discover Sir Percival's secret. Count Fosco had already looked into my uncle, stating that Anne Catherick had been found and had been put into the same asylum from which she had previously escaped, and warning that she might use her resemblance to Laura to claim Laura's identity.
I want to go room
So I found
for the baby.
and secured a
Start decorating her door.
in the asylum grounds.
Look, I'm gonna show Facebook.
She
Sorry.
was pointed out to me by a nurse. She was walking in my direction. I saw her face. So like Laura's, I thought. So very much like hers. She caught sight of me. She stopped, amazed. Marian! She rushed towards me. Marian! Laura, it's you, alive! Dearest sister! Oh, dearest sister! Oh.
The three of us took humble lodgings above a newsvender's shop in East London. I earned some money from illustrations for various cheap periodicals, but we were very poor, for I had no savings, and all that Marian possessed had been handed to the nurse who was in charge of Laura to secure her release from the asylum. Worse than the poverty, though, was the condition into which my dearest Laura had
See that? I'm gonna show you. Oh, let me do the
they had
book.
been dealt a crushing blow.
It's what I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna use the confetti ones. Let's do a
That's right. And who did the drawing?
You did it.
And then give it to me as perfect. It was. I must tell you, your drawing has
I'm
that
black and white. You did it. The other balloons.
It is very like the one you had when I first met
I mean, give me black and white.
That drawing in the summer house. I think I had forgotten.
you. It will return, dearest Laura. It will all return. Your lost love, your lost happiness. One day.
My baby graduated officially. It will be officially on Sunday, literally. I'm about to use this little doing. I love it.
On account of her suffering, indeed, her looks bore a greater resemblance to Anne Ketrick than to the Laura of old.
I'm trying to upload my
to
laptop.
restore her health, and to restore her also to her true identity. To this end, I decided
This joint is powerful. You blow the balloon up in a second. You know, I want to go to sleep.
Mr. Hartwright, you haven't a glimmer of the case.
So on this side, you can use the button. On this side, it's automatic. I don't like the automatic getting me excited.
She was received without question.
Like, you can't beat that. Blowing the blues up there, they ain't going fast. I have never done that before on my own.
What else can we have done?
Not beat that.
Fear for our safety, Mr. Hartwright, please. I am simply stating the position from a legal point of view. When Miss Halcombe presented Laura at Limited Heart, her own uncle failed to recognize her. The servants likewise.
she is much changed. Her imprisonment in the asylum.
Of course, I understand, but I'm afraid that as things are, you and Miss Halcombe are to be regarded as either foolish dupes or scheming accomplices. To be truthful, Mr. Hartwright, you haven't much hope. Your only chance, perhaps. Yes, your only chance would be if there was some discrepancy in the dating of events. If the death certificate, I mean, showed a date that was earlier than Laura's journey from Blackwater Park to London.
Yes, I'd already thought of that. But unfortunately, the date of the journey isn't certain. Laura can't remember it, nor says Marion from the housekeeper at Blackwater Park.
Fosco and Sir Percival lie. Know it, perhaps. But if you are right, you can't expect any help from that court.
Then they were forced to help, and indeed to answer for their crime.
Oh, yes. Forced by who?
By me.
You are very determined, Mr. Hartwright.
One last thing. Do you happen to know if Sir Percival Clyde is still abroad?
I do. He is not. I was speaking to his solicitor only yesterday. Sir Percival has been in Paris, but is now returned.
Indeed.
My baby test came
Well,
in.
Mr. Gilmore, I am much
I
obliged.
can't use that fucking love.
I wish I
My baby test came in. So Facebook and YouTube can see me at the same time.
Promise Halcombe. Perhaps.
So I'm gonna try to do it. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
He was so late.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm about to do it though. Did it. Her tests are amazing. Her thinking skills are above average. I love it. Social sciences, she's amazing. I'm gonna put these on her door. I decorated her door. YouTube, I just showed Facebook. I'm gonna show YouTube.
Now, is it clear that Laura is still alive after the date shown on the death certificate? And yes, do you recognize that?
Yes. Yes, I do. Count Fosco's.
So happy for you.
Dear and admirable.
So now I want this. We're gonna put this on
I
her.
urge you, dwell in the valley
It is. She don't know her test came back. We thought it was coming back in 2 weeks.
But you
Let me do this first, and then I'll
friends,
show you.
encourage them not to threaten the interests of Count Fosco, lest he become a man of action. Let no one cross my path, Miss Halcombe. I will show no mercy.
I gotta tape it, because they too big. I'm gonna tape it right next to it.
Here's the little friend himself. Sir,
I'm gonna show you.
we should frighten him still more if we can.
I'm so proud of my baby.
The proof that Laura didn't die, the proof that we must show the world. I'll get it from her somehow.
You begin with the Count. For my sake, Walter, pursue him first.
But for Laura's sake, I must begin where there is
I
the
know
best
her
chance
grandma
of
would be
success.
proud, both of them. I know
Catherine
Catherine don't play like that.
Yes.
When Sir Percival agreed to the plot against Laura, it wasn't merely money that drove him. He thought, still thinks, that Laura knows enough to ruin him, that she was told by Annie Catholic. Marion, my own superstition still clings to me. Though the poor creature is dead in her grave, the woman in white shows the way to the appointed end. My mind went back to that first meeting with Anne Catherine.
I have a friend in London.
That's no
She lives in Guildford Street.
I think I hear
Perhaps you
it.
want to stop me from seeing her.
Guildford Street, where Mrs. Clements, her faithful protectress, was living. I resolved to begin my search for the secret there.
I blame myself for her disappearance.
You mustn't do that.
Oh, but I do.
Watch out, you don't hear that.
We were in Hampshire. We were staying near Blackwater Park, and I met a foreign gentleman. A count he was.
I'm not wasting no more.
By this time, Anne was quite ill.
She had a heart condition, I think.
That's right. It seemed to come on after she heard that the day of the wedding was fixed. Between Sir Percival Glyde, you know, and...
Yes, I know.
And when I told the Count about Anne's illness, he gave her a medicine, which made her feel stronger. He was most kind. And Anne had something very important to tell Lady Glyde. But the Count said that the lady had gone up to London, and that we should do the same, and meet her there. So we went up, and Anne stayed with me for a few days. And then the wife of the foreign gentleman called for Anne to take her to Lady Glyde, and they went away in a cab. I haven't seen her since.
Mrs. Clements, I cannot help you find her. Indeed, you should not hope that she will ever be traced.
Oh,
That's how you do.
But you can help me, Mrs. Clements, by giving me the information that I seek about Anne and her family. You have known her, I believe, since her childhood.
I'm satisfied.
baby son.
Everything, we got everything we need. Gotta get ready to go watch these dishes.
Tell me about her actual mother.
I'm something really quick.
Were you a neighbor of hers?
Oh, yes, sir. I will.
So I might curry me some chicken.
It was her husband who brought her to the town when he became parish clerk. Before that, she'd been in service at Varneck Hall,